Do you know that the First Minister of Public Works released a report I was doing my first year in university in Cape Town? It said that the state asset register has been lost. Now, this is my question. Who can steal the asset register of the state unless it's those who are going out? Because we were not in government. That's the state capture that they're blaming on umhlaba, whereas the state capture is when white people took the asset register. Check what happened after that. Every white person was owning a farm. They've got 8 farms and they've got everything. How? Now, it means that if every white person is got a property and a farm, it means the apartheid state was run by individuals where everyone is owning everything. And the first administration of Mandela owned the government minority, and this minority is trading back with government to pay them money, and they've been doing that for 30 years. Now there is a law in law that says if you didn't take your property in 30 years, it will now become a property of the occupant and you'll back it out in court. That's why DA, they are forming government of national unity. They know it's 30 years now. Now, what we need to do, this is what we can do with immediate effect. Because they passed a law to remove us as kings on the 19th of June 1913, to remove us from our land, it became law that we were dispossessed. But nobody knows that 98 years later, that is 2011, a judgment on Likuleni versus the state, on winning Pretoria as the capital city, as a property of Amandebele. That case was won, they shoved it under the carpet. It is classified. Baba, please get us that report, that judgment, because it's classified by the intelligence. Why? That case has nothing to do with the state, but it has anything to do with Oppenheimer and Rupert. These two guys. Check this one. In 1988, the report said that Oppenheimer was 6,000 companies in the South African economy. 35 years later, in February, I checked this, is still Oppenheimer owning the same thing. It means for 30 years, ANC was doing zero on economy. That is the actual conclusion. Now we need to change that. So, as we go to Parliament, we are now going to charge Oppenheimer and Rupert for their monopoly of South African economy over 100 years. And it is the law. The one who's saying what will be our immediate agenda. My agenda for going to Parliament, I waited for 24 years. I didn't want to join a state. To study for 24 years the democratic project, because it was a project. It was not about us. But what I've discovered is that Amakosi claimed the land. There was a ruling by law that Mandela claimed 30% of the South African land from 31st December 1993 till 1998, 31st December. Mandela and the ANC, they were busy doing Mandela Child for 5 years, and they didn't tell us to go and claim our land. But I don't blame them. They didn't even know where is our land, which part of the country. Why? Where blacks were staying, blacks were removed. Through the Forced Removal Act of 1955 and the Land Act of 1913, where blacks are removed, white people are allowed to stay. So every city, but guess what? We've got all those techniques in our hands. Wow. So we can implement them immediately in Parliament. This is what is going to happen. This is what is going to happen. Everyone occupies the land that was belonging to the kings and communities. We don't chase your way. We give you options. You pay us for 112 years since it was law that you moved us out. And it is now law that you must return our land after 1988. But also there's an addition. You are in breach of a judgment from court with over 12 years. That is 2024. So we've got a clear agenda. All those people, you don't think that is difficult. If not 88, Oppenheimer was owning 6,000 companies. Those companies have quite triplicated now. So you're dealing with the same man. Don't worry. What they do cross-directorship in all the companies. So when new companies are coming up, but the same man is owning the same companies. This is the country, and they've been doing this. They've registered South Africa in the US and in the UK as a close corporation. Which means ivulelaRupert and Oppenheimer, including our king, including our pastors. That's how condescending they are doing Oppenheimer, and nobody touches them. And this is ending now.